He's here. Drew's here. We're ready to go. We are live. Believe Nation. Welcome back. We're doing it. It's gaming time. We got to get some wins today. I feel like we need
Yeah,
some,
for sure.
We need some wins. Yesterday was rough. Last week with no Drew was rough. So now it's time to get some victories. Zane's eating his good luck meal on stream. You know we love that.
You need to log into League.
I need to log into League. That's a good starting point.
A great starting point.
That's a great starting point. So, so Drew, I've got 2 calls, maybe 3.
Okay.
One's tomorrow. One's next week at 3 Eastern, and potentially a second one next week at 4 Eastern.
Okay.
Helping people with YouTube.
Okay.
And you're gonna lead them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna give me access to their channel beforehand?
Oh, I don't think I even have access to their channel. I just 3 big ideas from what you can see. There'll be lots to work from.
Okay.
So
how long are the calls?
The call's an hour.
Oh, okay.
But 3 big ideas in 20 minutes. Aim for 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, because they'll ask questions in between. It'll end up being this whole discussion.
Yeah.
So they're on to talk to me, and these are calls that I would normally do just to help. But then I have nothing to give them afterwards. So I want them to learn about you.
Gotcha. Who, if you don't mind I ask?
I'll tell you after.
Okay.
I'll tell you after stream, so you can look at it, because tomorrow's the call.
Oh, well. Yeah, minor details.
And tomorrow's the bigger one compared to next week.
Okay.
Hey, Zan said, you got to be ready, right? It's tomorrow. Let's go. Big call tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 3 p.m. You said Eastern.
3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. 15 minutes. So I'm gonna lead it off. Hey, thank you. Whatever. Boom, boom, boom. I want to introduce you to Drew. He's been spending the past 4 weeks looking at your channel. Has tons of great ideas.
Oh my God.
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Oh bother.
So I'll just hand it over to him, and then we'll do some Q&A, and then 3 big ideas. I'm gonna say Drew's got 3 big ideas after looking at your channel. I'll set it up, and then you go through the 3 big ideas. Not like a PowerPoint or something. Just you walk them through what the 3 ideas are.
Okay.
Okay. So let me welcome everybody. But before I do that, can I say something real quick, guys?
Here.
This goes out to my crew, to Evan and Drew. See how that rhymes?
DQ.
Yeah. You know what? I just want Evan and Drew to know on air in front of the whole world.
All right.
That I really appreciate them.
All right. Look at that. That's a good start, guys.
Okay. So we got Gadar in the house. Hi, Gadar.
Oh, that's it? There's nothing that follows that? Just how much you appreciate us?
No, that's it.
All right.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
That's all I got. All right. I'm Manny Mordekaiser. Forget that
Boss
guy.
Notions in the house. She says, hiya, everybody. Happy Thursday.
Hello.
And Meet Beatar says, what? Okay. I don't know if these guys want to do all that, but here we go. Okay. Meet Beatar has a question for you, Evan and Drew.
No, I don't think that question's for me at all.
What's the question? Okay, Zan has to answer first. Zan's got to answer first.
Dude, I see your name all over that question.
Zan goes first. What is it? Zan goes first.
They definitely ain't talking to me. It says, Evan,
listen, we still want Zan's answer to these questions, guys. Zan's an important part of the show.
What is your net worth? One website says $9 million.
One website. Oh, amazing. Yes.
It says $5 million. And another website says $950K.
Oh my God, Webikins are singed. This is not going to be good.
I did some research on you, man.
Who's asking this?
Meet Beatar.
Meet Beatar. Don't trust what you read on websites. And second, ask an important question, man. That's your question. How does that question mean anything to you?
Exactly.
Come on, you got a chance here to actually ask a question. Give us something.
Yeah, that question does not change your life.
Exactly.
If anything, it just makes you feel bad about yourself, which nobody wants. Oh bother.
This is gonna be a crazy game,
Oh
guys.
God, this
What
is
are we
good.
doing?
I don't know. That's a good question.
This is gonna be
Like,
Eve, Singed, and Zed. What are we doing? You got
Yeah.
Morgana and okay, Drew. Positive,
Yeah.
positive thoughts only. Zan
Okay.
appreciates you. It's how he started. Take that
Well,
appreciation, feel it, and go win.
If it makes you feel any better, we both got our champ. Unlike yesterday. Yesterday was all over the board.
Yes, that's true. We did get our champ.
So,
All right.
Sad boy in the house. He says,
What? Bad
Wait.
boy?
Sad Boay.
Sad boy?
Yeah, sad boy says
Sorry that you're
way.
sad.
I don't know, way something. And he says, I'm going. He's got crying faces. Okay.
You're going to cry? Oh.
No, like over laughter crying.
Yeah.
Wait, is he crying or is he laughing? Or both?
He's laughing so hard that he's crying.
But his name is Sad.
Yes.
All right. Well, sending you
Thanks,
much
brother.
love, Sad. Hopefully
thanks,
we'll
brother.
turn that around.
Thanks, brother. I like it. Awesome. Okay, that's what he said.
Hey, you spend enough time with Zan, Drew, and Evan. We'll turn that sad into happy.
Turn that frown
Has
upside
to
down.
happen. Has to happen.
Yeah,
No choice.
Turn that frown upside down.
Get some of the ZQ in you, Uncle Z over here. No, he won't let us do it. He won't let us do it. We really want to though. No, he's not happy.
You'll really be sad then. No. Oh, no.
All right, there's no ZQ. It's so sad. I mean, it would make my day, but that's fine. All right.
Meet B-Tart came back again. He says, can I have a
better question?
What's that?
A better question. Is it a better question?
Um,
Oh no.
I read it if you want.
Okay, we need to do our workshop in good questions, and how do we ask good questions?
Well, I mean,
What are your thoughts, Ann?
I'm not inside their head. They typed it. I
What?
mean, I'm not inside their heads. They typed it.
So let's help him. What's a better question?
Not the question he asked.
Okay, so you don't. The first one wasn't helpful. The second one you don't like. So let's help him ask a better question. What do you got?
Somebody else's question?
No. Help him ask a better question.
But what if that is his question?
Somebody else's question is his question,
No, I'm saying, but that's his question.
but you don't like it. So what does he need to do to ask a better question? I feel like my game's lagging a bit here. What do you need to know from him so he can ask a better question? How about that? So you're gonna ask him a question so that he can ask a better question.
Well, why does he? Well, he says, "Can I have $1,000?" That was my follow-up question. That could change my life. So maybe, what do you need this to change your life for? I don't know.
So go think of teach a man to fish versus giving him fish. What you're asking for is fish. Don't ask for fish. Fish isn't what you actually need. You need to learn how to fish.
So you heard that, meat beater.
So let's help you learn how to fish. Our fishing strategies aren't working for us here. Oh no. Singed, what are we doing? Not a fan of
Singed,
this.
just being singed.
Singed, I'm not a fan of this Singed and everything he's doing to me right now.
Let's see. So Posh Notion wants to know advice for writing my first book.
Advice for writing your first book. Fiction, nonfiction.
Ah,
Oof, Drew.
that was
And Jinx left the game. What the heck is happening in the bot lane?
She got snared and
Reconnected,
died.
okay.
Okay, so Morbius is in the house.
Morbius, welcome back.
Morbius Wild, he said. Morbius, I thought you was gonna change your name.
Was he?
I think he said he's gonna change his name again. Anyways, he says, good evening, gentlemen. How does one overcome the obstacle of being himself? And he says, by that I mean the obstacle being you.
What do you see as the obstacle? You are not. You are great, right? Like yourself is where you want to be. It's all the stuff that's getting in between you and you being yourself. That's the obstacle. The obstacle is all the stuff that's in between you and who you actually want to be. So let's dive into that. What's getting in the way? Ah, I missed a cannon. Hate it when I miss a cannon. Get some serious lag here. What else do I have open?
Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer.
I don't know what else I have open.
How you doing, Jennifer?
Jennifer, what's up? Welcome aboard.
Jennifer Sanchez and Fernie is in the house.
Bernie or Ernie?
Fernie.
Fernie. All right. Neither of the two. Bernie, Ernie, Fernie. Let's go. Welcome, Fernie. Great to
Yeah.
have you.
Do you play Clash of Clans? That's what Fernie wants to know.
No. I think I tried it once.
My
Not-
little brother was obsessed with that game for a period of time. So
I don't like the pay to play games that are kind of hidden in pay to play.
that game you don't necessarily have to pay to play.
Unless you're on it all the time, you have to. That's pay to play. It's a pay to play game that's kind of hidden. Like you don't have a shot if you don't pay to play, really. So I'm fine paying for games. Just help me pay up front. Tell me that it's pay to play, and I'm good to go. Or you got League where I spent money on League, but it doesn't matter if you could. League is free. There's nothing that you could spend money on that will help you inside the game. So
Okay, good. Okay, so Posh says, I'm currently outlining #Unbreakable. So my story. So I'm planning to use lessons and stories I've learned over the last decade since getting sick and rebuilding my life.
okay, I like it.
Okay. And Jennifer Sanchez says, I'm having a difficult time making a decision.
Ooh.
I want
okay.
to follow my dream of writing and producing my plays at the same time, battling to continue running my family business. What should I do?
So how much do you want to run the family business? Like, is it because it pays the bills? Is it because you owe your parents something? Like, what's the reasoning behind the family business? And for Posh, in writing the book, I want you to start to think about the lessons in there that are going to help people, and start coaching and helping people to see how they land. Before you actually put it into a book and finish the book, start actually coaching people. So you know how to tell the story in a way that's going to touch them. Because that's your goal. You want people to read the story and, yes, be inspired, but then also go take some kind of action in their life. So the more you actually practice telling it in front of somebody, the greater chances like a book is really just you telling the story to humans, right? So the more you've practiced actually telling the story. Oh, Nina just brought me some berries. Hello, Nina. Oh,
Hi, Nina.
Zan didn't get in time. There was Nina in the house. So the more you practice telling the story, the better off the book will land with people. Like Built to Serve was because I've helped so many people through the process. Yeah, and the other one was about the family business. So let's see what she says.
Okay. Oh my gosh, everything lately has been pushing me towards coaching. I don't feel ready for that. Oh, you're talking to the right guy. You don't feel ready for something? All right.
Well, what does #Unbreakable mean, right? #Unbreakable does not only do what we're ready for. Even if the long-term ambition isn't to be a coach, that's fine. But you need to see how the story lands with people. You need to practice telling the story in a coaching environment, see how people react to it. And then your book. So it's not just a memoir. Your book should be a handbook. Should be a practical guide. And it becomes that because you've helped enough people through the same journey.
Well, we're gonna talk. Me and Posh got a conversation tomorrow. Let me
Ooh,
just
all
double
right.
check. I think we have a conversation tomorrow.
Let's go. That's
Let me
exciting.
just double check because I'm gonna give you a little bit of a preview because I think we're gonna be having a discussion, and I already know. Let me just double check to make sure.
Discussions are happening.
Posh. Oh yeah, yeah. This is good. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little small preview.
Woo.
I'm taking this question into tomorrow.
Wow. All right.
And the comment you made was, "Oh my gosh, everything lately has been pushing me towards coaching. I don't feel ready for that."
Uh-oh.
Well, we're gonna talk about how you get ready,
All right. There you go.
and I'm giving you a little preview, Posh. You get ready by doing it.
Uh-oh.
You will. You're gonna become ready. Just the act of doing it, and that means doing it badly. That's gonna get you ready.
Getting ready to get ready.
Meet Beachar wants to know, why am I ignoring his question?
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Why are you ignoring? Did he ask a better question this time? What's happening?
I don't know. I have to go back and then, I don't want to answer why I'm ignoring your question, Beachar, but I'll go back and look at it again. Hold tight.
You don't want to you can answer. You can ask why. You can give some
Posh
honest feedback.
Notions, because you know what? One reason we meet, because we're talking to Posh Notion. It's a stream of thought here, and we like to stick to that stream of thought.
All right.
So Posh Notion says, so I guess I'm going to take a stab at this. Where do I start? We can explore that. But since you're here right now, let's ask Evan. Yeah, where do I start?
I would start by. Okay, so would you rather do it one-on-one, or would you rather do it in a group setting? Like that's where we can start next. Like, do you want to be speaking on a stage, and even a virtual stage where it's like presentation style to a couple people, not giant audiences, not like 1,000 people.
And even Jennifer says, yes, Posh, do it. Go for it. So see, there you go.
All right. Posh is getting lots of love. We like it. We like it,
Okay.
Posh.
Let me go back up and see. Corey Reed is in.
Oh, Corey had the question of the day today in the Insiders group.
Hey, team. Happy Thursday. Corey, did Evan answer your question the way you did? Did you get your question answered thoroughly?
Oh, man, I went extra on that question. Come on. That was great. That was a great question and answer session.
Okay, so let me scroll back up. Hold tight, Meat. Let me see if Jennifer said anything that I might have missed. Let me double check on Jennifer. We got all the Jennifer stuff then. Okay. Okay, so let me go ahead and scan your question, Meat Beatar. Okay.
Ooh. Bot lane is not looking so good, Drew. What's happening down there? Oh, Drew got a kill. All right. Uh-oh. Singed.
Okay, now Jennifer says, sorry, I'm still thinking. I'm not taking your time, Jennifer. We're here. Corey Reed said, yeah, I thought Rita's group was awesome. Evan nailed the 2 points I thought of with that question. Good stuff. And Jennifer says, first she says she thinks she's overthinking now. Okay, so meet Beatar. Okay,
Hold on. Let's go back to Corey for a second, because
okay.
that it's valuable for Posh. Because
do you remember the question?
Well, Corey had the question of the day, which was
Right.
about how do I make consistent, high quality content.
Okay.
And I could have taken the question a bunch of different ways, but I went further than I normally would go for just a usual question.
Mm-hmm.
And
This is Corey.
yeah, Corey, and I wanted to give tons of value, but I've answered that form of question enough times for different people in different settings that I knew how to answer it in a way that I knew would land because I've done it many times before, right? So when you ask the question of how did like, it would shock me if it wasn't great. Not because I've got, some giant ego, but because I've answered that question before and I know how it lands. So it's to Posh's point or question where that's what she needs to do in terms of getting enough experience under her belt of talking to people so that when she's sharing her story, she knows exactly what words to use, what stories to tell so that it lands.
Right.
That's it.
Okay. So Posh says, so I talked to Lily like 2 years ago
Okay.
about training to become a speaker around the time I started the campaign. It seems it's coming full circle. I'm thinking about this. I'm not sure. Okay. And then Jennifer chimes in. She said, thank you, Evan, for sharing. I think it's part of owning and paying the bills, but yet I just want to know that I see their business to evolve and I'm able to help that vision happen. At the same time, I want to create and watch my plays come to life and help and inspire people.
Okay, so it's understanding that the family business is not your vision. It's not your vision. It's the family vision, and you're trying to be a good daughter to help them with the family, and that's fine. So that's the first just area of self-awareness. This is not my vision, and I'm doing this to repay them. I'm doing this because I love them. I'm doing this to support. I'm doing this so that they don't struggle and suffer. But at some point, you have to start making time for your vision. Whether that's an hour a day, 2 hours a day, 20 minutes a day, whatever it is, you can't only be doing somebody else's vision. Doesn't mean you just quit the family business, but you have to do what you feel is right by them and make sure time is being spent every single day on your vision, which for now is to play, in future may become something else, but the family business is not, you don't want to take that business over. This is not your ambitions. It's their dream and you're there to help them out.
Uh-oh. Bot timed her out.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, maybe because of I don't know. Okay, let me see. Okay, Corey Reed said, it's funny, the day after I posted that question, I saw a clip from an earlier readers group on a similar question.
Yeah, and I could have answered it like halfway. I mean, I gave you a full answer. I could have gone halfway and it still would have been good value. And that, again, they got enough answers in my head because I've asked. I don't mind answering the same question, right? I've answered that question a bunch, so I knew how to respond to it in a way that gives value. That's all. The point of that was just to show Bonnie, hey, the more you're talking about your story, the more you start to see what lands with people. And a book is just you talking to people, but it's a one-way dialogue. So that's where people struggle. You write a book, but you haven't ever talked to people about the story. The book doesn't land because you don't know, the words that you would use, but you don't know the words to use that would actually land with an audience. And that's what you really have to figure out.
So Jennifer says, yes, that definitely gives me clarity. Wow, thank you so much. And Cheese Boy is in the house.
Cheese Boy?
Cheese Boy.
All right, nice. I like it.
Oh, come on, y'all.
Uh-oh.
I can't read that.
All right, Cheese Boy's not asking good questions.
Yeah, this is, and then Meat BTR is like, you're not answering my questions.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna read this question, Meat. If this does not go over good with Evan, then you know why I would not read your questions anymore. So
wow.
let's
help. Okay.
Let's see if it goes over good with Evan, okay? How can I raise money to start a business? My tarot
Whoa. How can I what? That was too fast. I didn't hear it.
How can I raise money
Okay.
to start a business?
Okay.
He says, my tarot card reader
What's a tarot?
told me that
Tarot?
I
Tarot, okay.
Yeah, tarot.
tarot card reader told me I should get it from a person of influence.
Okay.
Then I saw an ad for this, and there was a sign from the universe. There you go.
The best way to get money for your business is through customers. Don't ask for $1,000 from somebody who doesn't know you. Like they're not gonna, there's no way they say yes. Instead, try to think about how can you pre-sell your product or service. So what are you selling? What's your company about? Right? We're like 4 questions in or something here. We don't even know what you do. That's what you need to bring up. What does your company do? And then try to find, hey, I like person of influence. Great. Bring them value. Don't ask for a hand up, right? Don't just ask for money, and don't ask for an investment, because they're not gonna just blindly invest in your company. Give them value. What can you sell that's gonna bring them value? That's a good thought process.
So the Rise wants to know, just stopping in to say hi. Gotta go to love y'all. Thank you for the Rise who come from the other side is coming in to say hi. We appreciate it. Okay, so Cheese Boy, I'm gonna say this to you, okay? I'm saying this in the nicest way possible.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so you came in here and you know what kind of questions you put in the chat. And I'm gonna say this to you. Have you been here before?
I don't think so.
Okay, so if you haven't been here before, then hang out for a little while, listen to how we speak, listen to the questions that come in, listen to the questions that Evan answers on his channel, and how we're helping people and we're making a difference. Then you would know the appropriate question to ask, and you'll understand what this stream is all about. Now that's the Evan take on it, okay? And I did that just for Evan.
All right. Hey, listen, sending you lots of love, Cheese Boy. We love you, man. We love you. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
If we can help with a real question, let us know. We're here for you.
Yeah. So take that into consideration, Cheese Boy, okay? Thank you. Okay, so Posh says, I'm literally having a convo with the Rees on IG right now, LOL. That's cool.
With who?
The Rees, the one that just came in to say hi and gotta go, love y'all.
Oh.
She's having a conversation with him.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Cheese Boy said, if you would answer my question, then maybe you would know. You would know. No, I'm no Chief. No. The only way that question gets asked or answered is if Evan goes in the chat and does it. I don't feel those type of questions. I don't. So I'm gonna ignore you for right now, Cheese Boy. Okay. Thank you for understanding. Okay, so Paul says I answered Evan about okay, yeah. Okay, okay, so Jennifer wants to know, how do I find the right mentor?
So I'd look at 2 things. One, is there anybody in your life who's done some version of what you want to do? Like if you're talking about doing plays, is there anybody, you start talking about what you want to do, right? Is there anybody that you know or your family knows or is friends of the family or somehow anybody who's done anything close to what you want to do? And then try to get a coffee with them, try to hang out with them, try to learn from them, try to be with them. If there's anybody, it's probably not your close family, but if there's anybody in the extended family or high school friends or mom of somebody, right? Just try to connect and start telling everybody you know about it, because you may not get to the top of the top, but there's somebody who's a little bit further ahead than you who can give you some feedback, right? It can be really helpful. Second is you start looking at the people who have done it, but you don't know. And that could be through people making YouTube videos or books or podcasts or any of those things. And the best thing you can do is go take one bit of their advice and apply it. Like if you're trying to find a mentor, there's so much information, there's so many people online, it's easy to get confused and lost, and picking, too many people can get you confused because there's all sorts of different plans and what could work or what doesn't work. So pick one, take one thing from them and go try it. Try that thing. Try it out and see if it gives you feedback, see if it gives you momentum, see if it gets you closer to where you want to be. And if yes, then go deeper into their world. that's when you can go for their course, or if they have anything where you get to work closer with them, right? I don't like the idea of just buying something from somebody before you have tried out their stuff, right? So just give it a shot for free. Even a book is not a lot, right? $20, $15, whatever for a book. And then get results. And it's on you to actually listen to the advice and do something about it, right? Not just go ask the same question as somebody else, or come even worse, come back to the same person with a different question. Like, well, what did you do about the first question? Right? That's how you find it.
Okay. So here we go. Just a little side note. Cheese Boy, we are very nice people here. We're very kind. We're friendly. We ask other people to come in, be respectful, do the same. And I know you can do that. Thank you. Okay. So Gabriella Carr is back in the house.
Ooh.
And she has a update.
All right.
Yeah, she has an update.
She
And
was
Zay Z-A-Y, Zay Collins says, Evan, I love you.
Hey, much love. Thank you.
There you
Appreciate
go.
you. Gabriella's the one looking for the business partner, right?
Yep, so here we go.
Okay.
Hey guys, hope you're good. Haven't
Okay.
shared my updates lately about the company. And then she says, I know it's been some time since I've given an update, but I found a tech incubator that could partnership with me to create the MVP. And
Okay.
and then, but in return, I give over 50% equity
Woo!
of the app company, and I have to contribute $5,000 for the company's startup costs.
Woo!
Do you think this is fair, although they can help raise additional capital from the
No.
venture capital company?
No, that's too much. 50% is too much, and you don't have a dedicated person. That's too much. Not a good deal.
Okay, just to let you guys know, Meat, Beater, and Cheese Boy. That is not me timing you guys out. That's the Nightbot doing that.
All right.
So that's not me. Just want you guys to know. I haven't did anything to you guys. I just asked you to be nice and, be considerate. That's all. But that's not me timing you guys out.
Well,
Okay.
we got destroyed hard in that game.
Okay. And then let me see.
What do we give Drew? Drew, what do you want?
I'm chill.
Chill,
Jennifer says thank you.
non-tilted.
Jennifer says thank you with all hearts.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer.
And
Okay, I'm
who
gonna
else?
skip waiting for Sats. Let's go.
Somebody else had a comment. Oh yeah, Posh. Says I think I like to do one-on-one and group, but don't know which one to start with, like you and Dave.
That was weird.
Why can't I? Oh, right. I need to wait for you. But it still
Like-
won't let me join. Unexpected error while attempting to join. Wait a few minutes? What? Oh, there we go. That's weird. Then do both. So the easiest way to do it, probably is if it's one-on-one, you do it on Instagram, and you have somebody who is following you and say, hey, I'd love to help share your Unbreakable story and see how I can help. And you just DM the people who are following you already. You don't need a ton of followers. If you have 100 followers, you DM them and say, hey, I'd love to hear your Unbreakable story and see maybe how I can help you. And then you do an IG Live together and you got them in front of you. And then what you're looking for, so you hear their story, let them share their story, great. What you're looking for is, okay, they need help here. Which of my stories can I tell that will inspire them? Because you got lots of stories, but which is the one that's going to apply for this person? And then you see how it resonates. Do they get it? Does it make sense? Or like, I don't get it. Like, ooh, okay. If they don't get it, that's good feedback. So the next time you tell that story, we change it. We say it differently so that they do get it. If you're looking to tell it to a group, your best bet is probably Clubhouse, to get on somebody else's room, to raise your hand, get on stage, share your story, and see what the reaction is. I mean, you can't go do a TED Talk or anything right now, and it takes too long to get anyway. You could do both of those things tomorrow. You do them tonight. Let's go. You can leave the stream and go do it right now. We're moving up the timelines. Much love, all.
Okay, we got some good people in the house. We got my man Carol Cafferty is in the house.
Oh, I was just talking to Carol.
Yes, he said hi y'all. Good, good. OMG is in the house.
OMG.
Yeah,
All right.
OH and a capital MG.
All right.
And the Apostnosis says, so I should compile the stories and lessons first. I don't have a phone, and 6 doesn't work with Clubhouse. Oh, she doesn't have, yeah. She said her iPhone 6 doesn't work with Clubhouse.
Okay, great. So do IG Live. Right, done. Do it IG Live. You can go live today or while you're watching, DM people who are following you and say, hey, I'd love to have you on my Instagram Live to share your story, your Unbreakable story, and how I might be able to help you. Are you free tomorrow? And then you have them on, they share their story, and then you're looking for what story you're going to share.
Okay.
And then that becomes a practice.
And Grit Productions in the house. He says, Evan, any recommendations? Oh, this is for Drew. No, I think Evan and Drew can answer this together. Anyways, Grit Productions says, Evan, any recommendations for how to stop going through the motions and instead do things with higher ROIs?
So, more important than just the result, like ROI, just tracking result. More important than the result you're getting is in the doing. Like, are you getting better? Are you giving value into doing? Because if you use ROI just as your metric, you're never going to actually hit big ROI because you're too short-term focused. So look at the time you're spending on something. Is it enjoyable to you? And is it bringing value to other people? Do you love doing it? Do you lose track of time doing it? And is it doing it in a way that's bringing value to other people? That's how it would reshape your thought around ROI and your activities. So chances of the stuff you're doing right now, you probably don't like doing it. You're probably doing it for a strategy or somebody told you or whatever, or you used to like it, but you don't like it anymore. You probably don't like what you're doing right now. And that's the thing. If you're just chasing ROI, you're going to keep jumping from one thing to another thing to another thing and never like anything that you're doing and therefore never actually build a real business. But if you do find something that you love, awesome. Now you layer on top, how can I use this to help other people?
Yep. Okay. So we got
Okay, Drew, how are we feeling about this game? Any predictions?
Zillion Ash said, man, Morgana Jungle is like freaking ridiculous right now.
So Drew's not too happy about what's coming up in this game.
well, make it happen. Come on now.
We'll see how laning phase goes. Wait, why are you going Dark Seal? Is that a thing?
Yeah, of course it's a thing. Why are you?
That seems a little greedy, right?
I'm up against a Shen.
Okay.
Hey, focus on your 0-8 bot lane last game or whatever that was.
Well, I mean, we had a freaking like rock concert down bot lane. Mid and jungle like camped. Hardcore camp.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. What do we got, Zant?
Okay, we got a couple of things. Gabriella and Posh.
Okay.
People feel like I'm ignoring them. I don't think I'm really ignoring you guys. I just I don't mean to, but I just gotta, Okay. Like I said, Evan can always go into the chat and read them for himself and answer them.
Oh my God.
Anyways, Gabriella says
that's why you're here, Zan. This is the Zan show.
Yeah, but you know what? This stream has a certain.
Hey, don't make Zan unhappy. You make Zan unhappy, you don't get your question right. You gotta show Zan love.
Yeah, but the reason I'm on the stream, yeah, is because of you guys, but also the stream has a certain cachet.
Has a
and-
cachet, so you got to
and
fit
a
into it, guys.
standard and a dignity to it. And I'm not gonna. Let me just stop.
You just got to be nice. That's all. Just be
Let me-
nice.
No, let me just go. So Gabriella says, so what should I do? Because I've negotiated that it was too high considering I am expected to pay the 5,000. Although I had the impression they would cover the startup costs. They literally turned down a generous 60-40 split. Do you think I should pay this 5,000 for them to help create a prototype? If so,
No.
how should I raise the
and
5,000?
and no, 60-40, you can't give up 60% of your company to a incubator. Like they're not a good incubator.
Yeah.
It's just not. Like they see what kind of deals they've done, because if you leave the founder with so little in the company in the first round, no venture capitalist is going to want to touch you, because you don't have enough margin in there to be motivated. You're giving up way too much. You can't give up that much in the early stage of a business to an incubator. If you were bringing on a tech partner, like as a human, who you really trusted and really loved, and you're going to build this thing together and go to the moon together forever, then you could talk about a more equitable partnership. But to give it to an incubator, no way. It's no. They're just thinking they don't have big experience for sure. They're the wrong partner. You'll never get venture capital funding if you lose 50-60% of your funding in the seed round.
Didn't get first blood, but basically got it.
All right, good job, Drew. Good job. Drew's
So,
happier.
So Par says, you make it sound so easy, LOL. So I feel like I should write at least some notes for the stories down so I don't freeze, LOL.
Just make it. It's just going to be a conversation. Don't even have the stress of this has to be a life-changing coaching session, right? It's a conversation. Make it under the. I want you to tell your unbreaking story, and I'd love to help you on your journey if there's anything I can contribute. That's the pitch. And then you talk, you hear what their story is, and then you're just looking for one of your stories that can help. But here's the thing. You don't have to write down what your stories are yet. Don't worry about that. What you do want to write down is when you give your response, to say, wow, thank you so much for sharing. That reminds me of when I went to Disney World and this happened. And then you see the reaction. Like, does it like, wow, that's a really cool story, Bonnie. Thank you so much for sharing. Like, ooh, okay, they like that. Good. And then you write down Disney story. That goes in the book, right? All the stories that land, that resonate, that inspire people, that's what you turn into the book.
Yeah. Okay, so Morbius wants to know.
Morbius, welcome back.
Hold on, let me see. I think Morbius might have had a previous question. Let me just double check.
All right.
Okay. That's why I didn't throw it at you guys, but I'll go ahead. Okay.
Some fun questions today.
Morbius first wants to know, what do you think of Winston Churchill? Okay.
I don't know enough about the Churchill story. Good job, Drew. Oh, we're doing it this game. Let's
Oh,
go.
That turnaround.
Drew is doing things. Good job, Drew. I don't know enough about him. I love the whole never give up, we will never surrender, by land, by sea, whatever. I forget what that famous speech is. I love the concept. I just don't know enough about him to have a strong opinion on him one way or the other.
So Gabriella says, I was referred to by Mike Sirocco. I see you follow him on Instagram.
Morbius, I want to know your favorite Winston Churchill quote. Hit us with some inspiration. We way back we had Xander Main doing some Nelson Mandela stories. So let's pop in some. That was good times. Let's pop in some Winston Churchill quotes if you got one. Sorry, and then somebody came from Instagram from Mike.
Well, Gabriella, she says, I was referred to by Mike Sirocco. I see you follow him on Instagram.
Okay.
The company is called CILA Labs, the founder of this company, and I was sorting this deal. Name is Jared Yellen.
Yeah, it's just not a good deal. And listen, I've seen enough of them. This is one of the things that when I was in the venture capital business, we would look at the next round, right? A VC's not putting in $5,000 for a prototype to be launched, right? A VC wants to help you blow up your company. So when I was in my VC days, one of the things that was the most heartbreaking was that we met some great entrepreneurs who had a great idea. A lot of people don't have great ideas, and you're kind of just struggling. But you had some entrepreneurs who had a great idea, and you loved them. But the problem was they just didn't have enough equity in their company. Like if you come in and you only own 40% of your business, and the other part is some, like not even another business partner, but an incubator, forget about it. Like they don't even they can't talk to you because they're going to invest in you in the next round, and then you're going to lose another half of what you own. And it just gets to the point where you don't own enough of your business anymore. And they're going to be afraid that you'll walk away from the business. Because if you own 5% of your company, there's just not enough to make it worthwhile. So there's not enough money for the VC to make. So it's just not a smart, these guys, this incubator, they don't know what they're doing. It's just not a smart business model that they're playing.
Okay. So Gabriella says,
Good job, Drew.
Ah!
Uh-oh. Oh, Drew died to a minion? Drew, what are you doing down there? Come on, Drew. I just said good job. We got to... All right.
The Zillion did the dance. He was like at like 5% health, and I was like trying to get in just enough to poke him, and I did, and then got aggro. I was like, killing me.
Gabriella said, the thing is, this was my main lead, and it's been getting really slow with the search besides them. I literally don't know where to find someone anymore.
Making a move out of desperation like that with your entire company is not the smart move. Like you're
I mean, typically first round is like what? At most 20%?
Yeah,
I mean, it depends on like where the idea it has been fleshed out, if sales have happened, yada yada. Like there's a lot of variables, but like
it's just way off.
Yeah.
And this is it. You're basically in signing that deal, you're signing the death warrant for your company. You're basically saying I'm never going to get venture capital. Not because of the idea not being big enough, it's because your cap table sucks. Your cap table is just basically shows how much equity everybody has in the business. It's also a lot of times, when people come to VCs, the problem is who their investors are. We looked at a bunch of deals where the early stage investors were a bunch of dentists who contributed nothing to the business. And basically they needed money to buy out the dentists and regain some of their own equity. It's like no VC wants to fund buying out a bad partner. They want to invest in growth. So we couldn't help fund the company because they just had bad partners. It's really bad for your company to have the wrong partners coming on. And I get that it's tough. You might not have anybody else, but you're basically saying I'm not going to build a big business by partnering with these guys.
So Par says, so I have quite a bit of content up on me sharing my story on podcasts, etc., and also myself being coached.
Okay.
Are the comments of those good indicators as well?
That's a good idea. That's a good start. That's definitely a good start. Like you telling your story, comments, but also how the I would watch back the interviews that you've done, and then see the reaction. You're looking for the moments where you tell a story and then they react to it and say, whoa, really? Tell me more. Versus you tell a story and it just kind of dies. Like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, so tell me about, and they shift the topic, right? Because what you don't want people to do is shift the book. Because that will happen. People will, if they don't like what's going on, they're going to shift the book. right? So that's your job, is to tell interesting stories. So watching back the video, I would just look for the stories that you told that got them to ask follow-up questions. Like that could be a big idea for you. Comments too, helpful. Like, oh, when she said this, it was really good. But specifically the interviewer. So yeah, any ones that you've done, go back and watch them for sure.
But we got Hugh Jonas in the house. Hugh, where
welcome.
you from? Hugh, where you from? He says, hi. Is this live, really? Yes, it's live.
It's live. Really, Hugh? Really? We're here. We're live. Let's go. What do you got?
Can I ask a question? My English is not so good. Sorry. Yes, where you're from, and ask a question. Ask 2 questions.
Yeah, we'll do our best to understand and help.
So Gabriella says, should I find another tech incubator or general technical people? And then Corey jumps in and says, Gabriella, sorry to hear the tech incubator idea hasn't been panning out so far. I thought it might be a good place to network with tech people, but maybe they have their own projects already.
I would your best bet is a single partner, a technical partner. Like if you're gonna go be Steve Jobs, go get your Steve Wozniak. Find a human who you love, who you want to do this thing with. It's like getting married. Who has the same, loves the vision, loves what you're trying to do, wants to buy in, loves it. But they're just good at tech and suck at coming on here. They'd be terrified to ask a question. You know, they don't want to talk business. They don't want to do any of that stuff. That's your job. A singular human. One person. That's going to be your best bet.
Hugh Jonas says, I want confident, but I think a lot of weight. I want body thin. So
he wants confidence. Is that what he said?
Yeah, but the context is, he said, we got to read between it because he says English is not that good. Okay. I want confident, but I think a lot of weight. I want body thin. So he'll feel more confident if he lost weight.
Okay.
Oh, so is your question how to lose weight, Hugh Janis, so you can feel more confident? From the Netherlands, okay.
Netherlands, nice.
Ik hou van jou. Okay, so Posh Notion says, okay, awesome. I could do that too. Thank you. I tend to rewatch to see if there's parts I should leave out next time, using what you suggested.
Yep.
And also to improve my presence going forward.
So here's another one, Bonnie. Go back and watch the show with Dave, where you won, right? How long were you actually in the room versus how much did they actually show on the show? Like how many minutes were you in the room pitching your idea, and how much of your segment actually made it to air? Let me know.
Silas Barnard is in the house talking in high. Hugh Jonas, he says LMAO. Oh my God. Okay. And Gabriella Carr says, at Corey Reed, yeah, if I do find someone that already have an app or their own project they focus on, I don't know if I should apply to more incubators or individuals.
Yeah, individual.
And Hugh Jonas, are you saying Cyrus Bernard saying he's such a troll? So are you saying Hugh Jonas is a troll, Cyrus? You know him already? We give everybody the benefit of the doubt until they show otherwise.
Yeah, hey, sending lots of love, guys.
We just assume people come here in good faith and they really want their questions answered and they're here to contribute and show support for everybody else.
That's some Xanderman love right there, guys. Let's go.
Until they prove otherwise. And then even on that, I got to be super nice to say, hey, guys, don't do that, please.
Spreading love, man.
That's what everyone want me to respond.
Be the lighthouse in the dark night.
Yeah.
Guiding people towards the light. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's how we do.
Okay. Okay. We got to set example by leadership. I get it. Be the 2025 Zan. I get it.
You got this, Zan.
I know sometimes I don't feel like it, but like, you know what? Be the 2025 Zan. You know this stuff, Zan. You know how to fix your mind and get your mindset right. I know. But sometimes you just don't feel like it.
That's when you need it the most.
You want to add some street. Sometimes you want to add some street technique. Like, no, you're not supposed to choke people, Zan. Just relax.
Stop dying.
It's all good though. Okay, so hey, Posh says actually all of it. I recorded original on my, original on my phone as I was recording with them. Okay, so she has all of it.
No, sorry. Okay, that wasn't my question. So it's awesome that you have all of it. What I wanted to know is how much did they edit out? So if you were there for 90 minutes talking to them, they edited out a whole bunch that made it into the final episode. Maybe there was 15 minutes or something, right? So how long was the footage you have that you were there for? And then how many minutes was the actual show?
Okay. So they kept all of it, she's saying.
They kept all of it?
What she said.
Oh, that's really weird for a TV show.
Well,
okay.
So are you familiar with the concept of the hero's edit?
No.
So when you are like, so it's typically like in reality TV type shows, but there is a specific bend that the final edit will have that will give you insight into who the actual winner is.
Okay, but still, all reality shows film a whole bunch, and then they only keep a tiny set. I've never heard of a TV show.
Here we go. So she's saying this is more clarity for you guys. You only pitch 2 minutes, and they give you feedback.
Oh, you weren't on for that long.
Okay.
But usually, like, if you go to Shark Tank or something, you're there for 60 to 90 minutes, and they cut it down to like a 5-minute spot. Maybe the entrepreneur wasn't that far ahead. Well, anyway, it's still worth watching back to see what parts, especially if you can see their reaction, what parts did they react to? Because that's part of the story that they like. I mean, we already have feedback from Dave on why they picked you, to give you confidence when you're going into future pitches that you know what to focus on. But the specifics in the story, to know like what story did you tell, especially if you can see their reaction, like what story did you tell that then they really connected with. That's the story for the book. Like whatever story you told on that stage that got them to say yes, that's a great story for the book.
Okay, so she said, I got a ton of positive feedback, and I'm the only one that didn't get negative feedback on that episode, and I made David cry twice.
So okay, that's perfect. What did you say to get David to cry? It was some story. What was the story that made David cry?
Giannis, Giannis, I believe you. I believe you. So I'm gonna read your question because I believe you. Okay. Hold tight, okay, Hugh. Let me see. So, Pa says yes. His body language and face says it all for sure. And then Gabriella says, okay, do you want to comment on that?
Bonnie?
Yeah, she says yes. His body language and face said it all for sure.
Right. Yes, I mean, and that's great because Dave was very expressive, and he wouldn't just cry for no reason. But what was the story you told him? What was the story, the specific story that made Dave cry? What was the moment?
Yes, he cried when I told him the summary of all I've beaten in the beginning of my pitch.
Perfect. So that's the intro of your book.
That's the intro of your book. Mm-hmm. Gabriella says, okay.
Like if you can make Dave Meltzer cry from you talking for 30 seconds or 45 seconds or 2 minutes or whatever, other people will cry too. So almost word for word, whatever you said is the intro for your book.
So Cyrus, I see what you were saying. I just didn't get it. I didn't put those two words together. So because people come on here and they kind of write in code, and it's really a inside joke. I just kind of take people at their word, and I believe they come here in good faith. But if they're on some other stuff, that's on them, But I'm gonna take his word for it, okay, Cyrus? Appreciate it. But so here's the question that hold on, who am I missing? Gabriella, I'm gonna get her comment in. Okay, if I find an individual, how much equity should I offer them as they would create MVP and they would be a true partnership?
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing: you don't want just an MVP. MVP is not enough. MVP doesn't get you equity. You're entering a marriage. It's a real partnership.
Okay, we got somebody from South Africa. Okay. So Lukili Matoli is in the house. South Africa is 12:45 a.m. and would be working tomorrow. But when I got notification that you live, I didn't want to miss it. Always inspired by your work. And hashtag believe.
South Africa in the house. Welcome. I love it.
Welcome, 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 South Africa. Because this is an international, global, worldwide channel.
Just like Zane's background. Hey now.
That's right.
Yeah, we could see South Africa on the map.
Yeah, it's on there. We've got where's Hugh? Let me find your question. Okay, your question is using Google Translate. Okay, I'm trying to lose weight, but I can't give motivation. I can't give motivation to myself to start, and I'm very sad and conscious about my current body.
So, like any goal, you need the big why. What's the why? Why is it so important for you to lose weight? Why? What do you got? What are the reasons? Like something that is not just a wish or a hope, but like this is now becomes critical that I do it. Something you can actually get excited by, because it's going to be hard. I mean, you've already started. Anybody who's gone on a weight loss journey has started and stopped many times. They stop because they don't have a strong enough why. So what's your why? Why is this critical? Right? And this is all of us, right? I mean, Zane's going to go on a health journey at some point. He's talking about it.
At some point.
It's slowly becoming, at the beginning of the year, it wasn't in his top 5 or something. Now it's like 5. And he's like, maybe I should make it 3, And as it becomes more important, then guess what? Changes are going to be made.
And here's the secret, Hugh. Let me toss this in real quick. This is relevant. When I make my announcement, have somebody in your life that you feel pressured not to disappoint once they know what you want to do. So I don't even want to announce it until I'm seriously committed to it. Because once I announce it, these guys here, they're not gonna let me off the hook. And I do not want Evan.
We don't let you get off the hook, Zan. Come on.
No, I don't want Evan. This is enough motivation. I don't want Evan screaming at me like he did Mark, because I might scream back.
Go ahead and scream back. It's not gonna make a difference.
Yeah, but I'm gonna scream back, and I'm not like, you can't scream at me and let it go. But my point is, here's my point. Have somebody in your life, 1 or 2 people in your life, that if you say you want to do this, they do not let you off the hook.
Come back here and give us your update every day.
But I don't know. Yeah, hopefully we have enough leverage on you. Evan has enough leverage on me that I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't. I've got to make it happen. So that would just be my little extra thing. So I let Evan continue because I interrupted him.
No, that's it. That's a good start.
Yeah, so I don't even want to announce mine yet. I'm just like, okay, for sure, I'm doing this. I mean, I've got enough people in my life that will support me, my number one for sure. But I got to make sure I'm willing and ready to sacrifice and pay that price in advance for the reward later. Like right now, I got some jelly beans and they're good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
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 Zan. Wow.
So I'm just saying, when
We
you
do
make
not
up your
support
mind,
jelly beans on this stream.
I'm just saying. Look. So
Yeah.
once I make the commitment, it's done.
But getting to the point of wanting to make the commitment, Zane's why has to be strong enough. Like he doesn't care enough right now.
I do. I'm just not ready. Because then once I say it, that's it. And like, what? I couldn't do. I could not look. If I had, I would not be eating these right now. Because Evan's gonna be screaming at me.
Yeah,
like
but
he did
no, but
Mark.
the why is not the why is not strong enough. The fact that you say you're not ready is because you don't care enough. Not yet. It just doesn't mean enough to you. Not yet.
I want to get through these coaching calls this month.
Hey, you know what? If you went to see the doctor tomorrow and he said, Zan, you're gonna die in 3 days if you don't get healthy, stop eating jelly beans. Guess what? You're never eating a jelly bean again.
Right, but I haven't eaten a jelly bean in years. These not even my jelly beans.
No, but it doesn't matter. It's like the fact that
You're
when
right.
people say I'm not ready. It's not a matter of being ready. It's not important enough to you, and that's fine. It doesn't have to be important enough to you yet, but it's like people have to realize what is instead of believing the stories.
Yeah.
It's just not important enough, and that's fine. There's no judgment. It's not saying I might think it's important, but it doesn't mean you have to.
Correct.
I mean, we're
Well,
still not going to celebrate jelly beans on the stream, but
They good. Though. They taste so good. Ooh, they good.
Dan 2025 is not happy. We won a game. Oh my goodness, the streak is over.
You see what happens? You see what happens when we talk about jelly beans? You see
Woo.
what,
We won a game.
What?
What did we give
Actually,
Drew? I
that
don't even
was
know
the-
what you did, Drew. The thing about playing top lanes, I don't know what Drew's actually doing. What's the self-assessment, Drew?
How did
Be honest.
laning phase?
No, the whole game. Come on.
Well, I was.
Okay, team friendly. He's team friendly. He's team
I
friendly.
mean,
How did he do? 8, 6, and 12. That's decent, actually.
yeah. I didn't do too bad. Here, what's the damage?
friendly.
What's the damage look like?
What's the damage? Okay, damage.
I out damaged the AD carry.
You usually do though.
Yeah,
usually
this
do.
is true. Yeah, it's the mid. It's usually the mid or the jungle that usually I can't contend with. But
All right. Okay, last game. We lost one. We won one. We're on a streak.
a one-game streak.
The one,
one
hey,
game- one
listen,
game.
Dan. At
Hey,
this point, we take
we
it.
need all the streaks.
We take it. That's a streak. That's the
That's
best streak
only-
we had in 3 days.
It's only because of the jelly beans. Dog.
Definitely not the jelly beans. I might throw this game just because of the jelly beans.
Maha Dev, all the way from India. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Welcome to the stream.
All right. Welcome.
We love people from India. We
We
love
got
them.
USA, India, Canada, South Africa,
Yeah.
Netherlands.
Cyrus-
Let's go.
Cyrus says, what do you think of the future of gaming and VR?
Who asked that?
Yep. They are bright.
Iris Barnard.
Definitely heading there. When? I don't know. It's still early. It's actually surprisingly still early.
Mm.
I thought it'd be way further along by now. Considering how
I
long
think the pandemic slowed it down.
slowed it down, I don't think so.
No?
No, I think the pandemic has helped anything technology. But there's just not like think about how long has Oculus been around?
Forever.
It's been around a long time. And it's
Yeah.
just it's crazy to think how long it is the future, right? I mean, we will be doing this all in VR, and it won't be these clunky things that you have to fit over your eyes. They're going to be, either contact lenses or something we inject into ourselves. And I can see Zen right here in front of me, and I'll be able to give him a big hug, and he'll feel it too, right? Like that's where it's going. But
Fully 25 then, yeah.
But it's actually shocking how slow it's been. It's crazy slow. And it also just shows how long it can take to adopt new technologies. It's like so early. It's like, well, who asked cryptocurrencies yesterday is going to derail the stock market or replace us, something like that? Like, it's so far away. Is cryptocurrency the future? Yes. Is it the now? Not replacing the stock market. Like it's nowhere close.
Mm.
So VR, yes, but the danger of getting in too soon on it is you get there's an expression in the venture capital world that the pioneers are the ones with the arrows in their backs, which means like the first to market is almost never the one who wins. It's the ones who come in after and make it better and innovate on top of it. So VR is definitely the future, but we're nowhere close.
Our buddy's in the house, guys. Sid Kenny, he says, hello, Evan.
Ooh,
Drew,
Sid,
Dan.
welcome back.
Welcome back. And Posh, earlier I didn't connect this comment to what she was saying before, but
Okay.
it's delayed, but it's still there. I just want to read it real quick because you know her story, and maybe some other people don't. But when she mentioned about, yes, his body language and face said it for sure, then she wrote later, yes, he cried when I told him the summary of all I've been through in the beginning of my pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Then she said, so for her illness, cancer, and foreclosures, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess that's about in the first 15 seconds in.
Yeah,
So,
if you made Dave Meltzer cry 15 seconds in, then that's the opening of your book.
yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, they quit.
We got some
Okay,
new
what did
people.
do?
We got Mr. Pereira in the house, came from the other side.
Hey, Mr. Pereira, welcome aboard.
Drew Hitchcock just made a comment. He
Drew
says,
Hitchcock.
Manko,
That name sounds familiar.
yeah, Manko Challenger Teemo player coaches Evan. Because
Yep.
Morbius want to know if you had a chance to have any pro league player to be your coach for free for a month, who would it be? And then Drew answered him.
Manko's not a pro player. Any pro player to be my coach for free for a month. Who would I pick?
While you mulling that over, Posh Nelson says, thank you, Zan and Evan, and of course, Drew.
Awesome, Posh.
Always here for you, Posh. Always.
I probably go with the Shy, assuming we have some kind of translator or he has decent English. The Shy is
what team?
He's Korean.
Oh, okay.
He's probably if not the best player in the world, the best top laner in the world. And he goes crazy. He goes like Callista top and just destroys them.
Callista. Interesting.
Yeah, so he doesn't play Teemo, but he could help a lot probably. And he plays the exact opposite style that I do, where he's just hyper aggressive, in your face, crazy, which is great. Yeah, the Shy. Final answer. Lock it in.
You'll see. He wants some tips.
Okay.
What's the ideal answer for why should you be hired for this job? Because I bring your company massive value. But go ahead.
It's funny because I never get asked that question. Like I don't like being in a pitching situation. I think the ideal answer to that question is to put yourself in a situation where that doesn't even come up. So you just start working together.
I agree. I hate qualifying myself with somebody. Like, but you don't see the value? Okay, let's keep moving. Good luck.
Yeah, it's like the best thing to do is just start working with them. Just find some small little thing to work on and do that with them and blow their minds away. And then they're looking for ways to work with you. Oh my goodness, what's happening, Drew? We keep getting.
Somebody didn't like our team comp.
So, Posh, check this out. So, Evan, I got a question for you.
Posh has a question for me?
Posh, I have a question based on what Posh just said.
You have a question? Oh, okay.
So, Posh just said, can't wait for our call tomorrow, Zan, especially after this combo.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I have to follow you. Okay? And I got to have a conversation with her tomorrow based on this conversation today.
Right.
What should I tell her that will move the needle for her?
You should do the outreach together. Like, Posh, you should ideally you can set up even a time to do your first Instagram live with somebody, either with Zan there watching That would be the best. Like set it up for what time is your call tomorrow?
I think it's 10 a.m. Let me double check. I think it's
Start
10 a.m.
DMing people tonight and say 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'd love to do something with you. And then you go live at 10 a.m. and do that for half an hour. Listen to their story, tell your story, and then Zan watches the whole thing with you. He's in the audience. And then you dissect it afterwards for the next half an hour. That would be the best. If you can't line anybody up for tomorrow at 10, then you start doing outreach together. Because you already know kind of what to do. Or honestly, like, what is happening, Drew?
I don't know.
Holy cow. Or
Nobody-
honestly postpone tomorrow until you get somebody. Like if you can't get somebody for 10, figure out another time where you can get somebody and have Zan watch that instead. Because I think that's going to be your best bet is to have Zan watch for half an hour and keep it tight. Don't go full hour and then you don't have time with Zan. Have him watch it 20 to half an hour with the person and then 30 to 40 minutes with Zan talking about it afterwards.
Okay, so our response is that would be the best. The first option, LOL, I definitely like help with the outreach at first and coaching on coaching.
Yeah, or if you do two parts, like you could do your first coaching session doing the actual outreach together, where you're actually DMing people, and he could watch you DM people and give you feedback and tips and advice on it. And then if you do the second one, that could be actually watching your actual live with them.
This is giving her anxiety.
It's a good anxiety.
So she has to do it.
So she has to do it. There we go.
It's giving her anxiety.
Unbreakable. Let's go. That's how we do it. Yeah, that's the best use. Because at this point, you don't need to talk anymore. You've got the game plan. You got to do it. So
you know your story inside and out.
Well, so Zane becomes the helping you take the action that you need to take. It's better to do the live session, quite honestly, and then have his feedback on it. But if you need help with the outreach, then that can work too.
And DMing people that's in her Instagram.
Yeah.
Individually.
Mm-hmm. People who follow you on Instagram, people who've commented on your stuff on Instagram. So you could start by practicing what you're going to say. You can work on some kind of script together. And it doesn't have to be perfect. But some kind of script together. And then you start doing the outreach.
So you got options there, Bonnie. You got options. We can reschedule, and I'll still make time for you no matter what. Or we can do it.
Drew, whatever. What is happening? Nobody wants to play with us today.
No one wants to play with you.
Nobody wants to play with me?
You didn't see the chat?
They don't even know me.
In the chat, they're
Come
like,
on
oh
now.
gosh,
I'm the Believe team. Nobody wants to play with me. That's what they said. I don't want to play with Believe team.
The guy. So you said much love all, and the guy said, oh gosh, Teemo, and then you popped up Teemo.
They don't like my much love all? Well, listen, I don't want to play with somebody who doesn't like receiving love. That's fine. Moving on.
Take me 1 second, Sid.
What was that, Zen?
Christian said, I think you missed my question. Do you mind reading it? I thought I read your question, Sid, but I'll go back up. Hold on. Because, Sid, you're our buddy. Hold tight. And Posh, she's like, this is giving. Okay, she said that. I also have people that sign up and participate in the first run of my campaign. So, okay.
Sure.
Okay,
you don't need that many, Bonnie, right? You don't need 1,000 people to do one-on-ones with. Just need to get started.
Okay, so Sid wants to know, to clarify.
Okay.
The thing that he said earlier about why should you be hired for this job? So he's saying, to clarify, do I talk about my personality or experience or abilities or skills? Because I'm applying on this website for internship, where it's kind of like a Q&A. You have to submit the forms and it's text-based. And this question is the same across all forms.
So if you have to do it that way, right? Like, again, I always look for a different way in. if you're just being put with everybody else, it's harder to stand out. I'm looking at whatever company you're trying to get into. How can you make a connection to somebody at the company? Friend of a friend of a friend, through anybody, any kind of connection, a LinkedIn connection, like anything, to try to find somebody who might be able to make an introduction for you instead of just going the normal way, because it's just a lot harder to stand out. But if you had to go through a form, first tie into why you love the company. Like, more than anything about skill set or personality is the passion for the thing. Like,
Oh yeah, okay, he's got it already. Yeah.
what?
No, I said everything you're saying is true.
Oh, okay.
Because, I mean, no, I'm just saying
It's
you
like-
already got. If I was gonna go somewhere, that's the direction I was gonna go.
I like how you interrupted me just to agree with me. It's great.
No, maybe it was just out loud. Maybe it was out loud. Yeah.
The passion for the thing is the most important thing. Why you love the company. Like, why this company is just blowing your face off of how much you love it. And why you love, if it's marketing, why you love marketing. Why do you love marketing so much? Because that's the thing that's missing for most people. Most of the interns coming in, they're just doing it to put something on their resume. And they'll have the perfect answers of I did this and I did that and I have this personality and all that. You win by showing the passion.
Said
So that's
he's
the
one-
lead. Huh?
Yeah, there you go. I'm just gonna add to what he said because I'm saying the same thing he said. Back in the day, a long time ago, before I was
Back
an
in the day.
entrepreneur, when I was
Zan
young,
did the first ever internship in the U.S.
but I didn't do internship. I didn't do it. I always
Wasn't
got
even
hired.
invented yet when Zan was young.
But when I was young and I would go and apply for jobs, right? I never got the call back. I always got the job right away. And this is what I did. And this is and I was a teenager. I think I was like, I don't know, 17, 18 years old. Maybe 19, I don't remember. But it was a long time ago. But this is what I did, Sid, and I think it still works today. I always did more than the other guy did. If the place opened at 8 o'clock in the morning, I was there at 7 o'clock. I was there before it opened. Like, I put the application in the day before, and like in your situation, you can't sometimes always talk to the person. What I did was I would go, and every company, every corporation has a purpose statement, a mission statement, and a vision statement. Find out what those are. Align yourself with their purpose, mission, and vision statement, and then show up early. I didn't wait for the call back. If they opened at 8 o'clock in the morning, I was there at 7:15. I was like, hi, how you doing? And they said, okay. I said, hey, I tell them my name, and I say, I don't want to put the application in yesterday. And they would invite, come on in. And I didn't have an appointment. And when I got, they liked the initiative of me showing up early. I didn't wait for the call back. I just assumed I was gonna get the call back. I just showed up early. And that initiative, because you were so initiative, because you took action, other people wouldn't do that. They're waiting. I don't wait for the ship to come in. I assume I can get it, right? So
Yeah. Especially
hope all that makes sense.
for employees and interns, right? Like,
I hope all that makes
especially
sense.
for sure. Oh, Drew lost his Lux. How we feeling, Drew?
Okay, so let's see. Posh says, okay, got you, Sid. You
Drew's got his
Cool,
Morgana.
cool, cool.
All right.
They were willing to share their story, so I'll start with them. Yes, Zan, 10 a.m. your time, that gives me extra 3 hours to not panic, LOL. Okay, I got you, Posh. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. We'll review everything that Evan said, and then we'll go from there and be very strategic. Because like you said, you already know this. So you don't have to learn this when you already know it.
Wait, so what's happening? Are you doing outreach together, or are you actually doing the live together?
Okay, I don't know. Bonnie, you want to do the outreach together, or you want to do the live together? Hey, Evan, a random question. How are the shirts and hoodies I made you guys holding up?
I still have it. The hoodies was epic. I mean, I broke my neck on the tour, and I couldn't fit into my stuff. Yeah, that's epic. As she was saying that, my thought if you can't line up somebody for tomorrow on the IG Live, go live with Zen.
Okay, you could do that.
And the Q&A is Zan's Unbreakable story. So, hey Zen, what's your Unbreakable story? Zen shares something, and then inside of Zan's story, you share something from your past.
So Pa says, I'm working on my business plan and just making sure the quality is still good. Okay.
I don't
So
think there were any
Posh-
quality issues.
Yeah,
It was a little
tomorrow-
big. The sizing was a little off, but I don't think there were any quality issues.
Evan, what you eating? Jelly beans?
No, way better, man. Almonds. Almonds. Way better.
Pa says she loves the idea. Okay, cool. So whatever fits right for you, Posh, we'll make it happen.
I'd still rather you have somebody else and then watches the whole thing. But if you don't have anybody, then go live with them.
She says if the logos aren't peeling, etc.
I don't think there's peeling or cracking. I mean, I haven't looked at it in a while. What if I can still... We're 90%. No. We're going to see if I could find it in the closet. I mean, I don't wear it because the sizing was a little off and the logo was not my logo anymore. But I have it. And I don't think there was anything wrong with it.
Hey, did I say hi to Christian?
Which isn't bad because that was like 2 years ago, right?
Oh,
Yeah. So it's lasted.
So Christian, Selena, she says, hi guys, present. Okay, great. I don't know if I acknowledge you or not, but okay. Let me see who else. I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Okay. Okay, let's go back down. Okay, I think AJ, let me see. Come on. Stalling. It's not stall. Okay.
AJ? Is that what you said?
Oh, let me see. Give me 1 second. AJ's in the house. Yeah, AJ.
Welcome, AJ.
AJ and Fire Dog Flames is in the house.
Fire Dog Flames is back. All right.
And one more thing before I get to their comments. Sid says we'll keep that in mind for sure. Note it down. Thank you guys for the solid advice as always. We always got you, Sid. You know that we always got you. And then Pa says, and yeah, and I think I made yours bigger so you didn't have to twist to get it on.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I couldn't put it on. I couldn't put with my broken neck. Like I couldn't get things on. So that's why she did. So it was perfect at the time. Perfect at the time.
Okay, so here we go. This is definitely for Evan.
Okay.
Drew, if you want to chime in, you can.
Oh, okay. Drew goes first.
This is a believe question.
Let's go.
Hashtag believe.
Let's go, Drew.
So AJ says, I've got this belief that I don't know how I'll be successful. And I believe that I may not be successful finding the work I love and earn a good financial living. I want to change my belief. Please help me, sir.
Okay, what do you got, Drew?
Wait, read it again.
Okay, he said that I've got this belief that I don't know how to be successful, and I believe that I may not be successful finding work I love and earn a good financial living. I want to change my belief. Please help me, sir.
Okay. Oh.
Drew's stressing out.
Got him.
Oh, Drew got first blood. That means it's a win. We always win when Drew gets first blood. Let's go. It's officially a 2-in-1 day. We don't even have to play the rest of the game.
Uh-oh.
Okay, maybe let's not get too excited.
I don't want to die.
Oh, no, Drew. Don't die. Okay. Okay. What do you got? Are we answering this question? Okay, Zen, you answer first then. You sub in for Drew. Drew's stressing out.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna give you the answer that Evan would give you. So you have to give you a different answer.
Oh, I like the challenge. Okay.
Go to evancarmichael.com and watch his videos on YouTube. All his bleed videos to make you so you can bleed more in yourself. And one more.
Oh, okay.
And model success. Model the people. I think vote this answer. And model the people you want to be like. There you go, Evan.
That's all right. That's my answer. Who said that? That was Kanye.
You gotta give a different answer now.
That's Kanye. So I want to pick up on something in the wording. Can you read the question again? Just there's something
Okay.
in the wording that I wanted to.
I've got this belief that I don't know how to be successful.
Yeah.
I got this belief that I don't know how I'll be successful.
Uh-huh.
I believe that I may not be successful or find the work I love and earn financially good. I want to change my belief.
Yeah. Okay.
Please help me, sir.
So there's two things that we need to pull apart in here. There's a difference between you have a belief that you don't know how you're going to be successful. That's one. And the other one was that you will not be successful. And we need to really dissect those two because you don't know how to be successful. You don't know how yet, right? That was the first one. And you know what? You're right. You don't know how. That's okay. That's not it's not a wrong belief. You don't have to change that one. You don't know how right now to be successful. Okay, great. But that you will never be successful, that's the one that we need to work on and fix. Because you can learn anything. The one you want to replace it with is you can learn anything. Anything you apply yourself to, you can go and fix. You can improve. You can make better. So how do you do it? Zane gave a great point. You know, you can go watch my videos. There's a lot of good content on there. But what that really means, like what that's wrapped in, is doing something to change your environment and your habits and your routines to be around the people. Like the way to change that belief is to be around the people who have that belief. The more you're around it, to the guy who, I forget who we were talking to before, like who had sad something in his name. Like, hey, keep coming back here every day. You won't be sad. Like we'll help you. Because when you're around people, you become like them. You take on their mindset, their beliefs. So whoever are the most successful people that you admire, you want to be around every day. And my channel might help you. There's lots of great resources out there that can help you. But videos, podcasts, live coaching, come back here. Come back here 4 days a week. We're here for you, right? Whatever gets you going and makes you feel like things are possible, you want more of that in your daily life. So it's just a more macro version of Zan's answer. Zan just goes to watch Evan's channel, which I appreciate. And listen, the videos have been designed.
No, I did say search for believe. So
my videos are designed to help me believe more in myself. That's why I do them. So if you want to be on the same program as me, then watch my videos.
Yeah, and if that was a good answer because I wanted to, just kind of mess with Evan a little bit and challenge him. But if you asked me directly, this is the answer Drew would have gave you.
Wow.
Drew would have typed
I'm
it
joking
in the
over here.
comment section.
Zan's answering for everybody.
Yeah, he would have typed in the comment section.
He would have typed in the comment section. That's great.
And you and book me for your coaching, and I'll make sure you believe more. So you need a coach to get past all this, because one thing to know how to do is another thing to be able to do what you know, and the coach will help you do what you know. I think tell you what to do. So that's what Drew here typed in and say, "Hey, put Xander, man."
And then you throw up the
Okay,
link.
whatever. All right, let's go to the next one.
Yeah, but that's important for everybody, right? The fact that you don't have a skill, you don't know how to do something, is that's legitimate and fair, and not anything you need to beat yourself up over. The fact that you don't know how to do something yet, but yet is the key. Not to believe that it will never happen for you. It's a big difference between those two things.
Yeah. Fire Dog Flames says, this question's for both of you. So I guess you mean Evan and Drew. Okay. So this is a good question, too, for both of you guys.
Well, Drew's focused on the game here.
I just want to clarify here.
Drew's talking.
You and Evan are the only ones visible on screen. So when both of you...
Okay, but you're basically voice of God when you come in with your Drew Q.
And Drew, here's the other part of it. You're the smartest guy here.
Yeah, Drew Q in the house.
So it goes you, Evan, and then me. Remember, I got a Z. I have a Z in my name. That's the last letter of the alphabet. You have a D. D is before E, so it's Drew, Evan, and Zan.
Oh, okay.
Wow. All right.
I'm just saying. That's how that
Point
it
of
works.
clarification.
and then when you hear this question, you see that it really is appropriate. So the question for both of you, Drew and Evan,
Okay.
any book recommendations or any audiobook or video recommendations about increasing one's financial awareness / financial intelligence.
Ooh. Oh, it was a book
I've got a
or
laundry
a
list.
podcast?
Or audio. So yeah, you got a lot.
I've got a laundry list.
Yes,
No,
go.
I mean, I've made a bunch of videos on them that I would watch.
but Drew's going first, Evan.
Huh? Oh, Drew's going first. Okay, go, Drew. I'll sit back.
So it depends on like where exactly you're at in your journey. If you're like just starting, there I would highly recommend reading. So Tony Robbins is a good book. It's a tome of a book. Actually, no. The shorter version is Unshakable. That one's a little bit more consumable. The Money Master of the Game is a tome of like 787 pages of monstrosity.
There you go.
If you're looking for a simplified way of like thinking through finances, Ramit Sethi's "I Will Teach You to Be Rich" is actually a pretty good book. Kind of hits all of the major topics and gives you some strategies on automating your finances. Those would be probably my top two that I would point to.
Here's the Evan. Go ahead. Evan about to take it. We about to take it to another. Go ahead. So that he gave. Oh, would you give 2 or 3? You gave 2, right?
You gave 2. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't learn enough from books, so I don't have a book. I mean, the only one that I think ever read and really tried to understand and apply was the Warren Buffett Way, which I really liked. And I think actually, if you're trying to learn, huh?
What about the Ray Dalio book you've been reading? The Ray Dalio book.
That's not an investing book.
Principles is not an investment book.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not an investment book. That's a decent book. I like the first part a lot better than the next 2 sections. But it's a good book. But yeah, not finance. No, Warren Buffett Way, I would look at. And that's it. That's the only one I would recommend because I haven't really dove into the other ones. Videos, I've done a bunch. Like we've done a lot of how to invest like Warren Buffett, like Ray Dalio, investment from billionaires, like lots of different videos on investing. So you can look at that series. We also have done like top 10s on people like Kevin O'Leary and Robert Kiyosaki and whoever, Warren Buffett, lots of them, whoever you kind of look up to and want to learn from. We've done videos on them too, probably. But we've done a bunch of specific videos just on investing. That's where we did it because there weren't enough good videos talking about investments. So
Yeah.
Great answer.
That's where I would go.
We hooked you up, man, big time. Okay, great answer, Fire Dog. Okay, so Posh says,
Posh said,
should I?
I'm actually a little surprised by my answer now. That
We can definitely do that, and I'll try to line someone up. And should I tell people when I'm doing that I'm practicing for my book?
no, that's fine. Because every conversation you have is practicing for your book. Every time you share your story, you're practicing for your book. Just say, I'd like to hear your unbreaking story and see if there's any way I can help you as well. Let's have a conversation. Just make it a conversation instead of having the pressure of it being. Doesn't need to be a coaching call.
Conversational call.
It's a conversation. Yeah.
Okay, and Sid says, just waiting for my final exams to get over. First thing I'm doing after my exams is buying Built to Serve. He says, I honestly can't wait to read it. I can't imagine the amount of gold in it. And then he put my name in here. He says, Zan, will the complimentary coaching with the books still be on after 2 weeks or so? I saw it on your website the other day. Okay.
What a website. It's a good website. Good looking. Speaking of which, where are the testimonials, Zan?
Oh.
Are you kidding me, Zan? Oh, what are we doing?
Okay.
Oh my God, Zan.
Okay.
What are we doing?
It's on his list. It's just not very high, apparently.
Okay, we got to get that taken care of. Okay, we will get that done.
So when are we going to get that done? That's the better question.
SOON.
Oh, what a cop out.
Yeah, soon we're gonna get that done. Okay, so we have somebody new in here. AJ says, okay. Corey, you back? Corey, you back? Cool. He says, AJ, that thought sounds like a great call to action. It's okay not to know now, but we don't want you to stay that way. Okay. Huh? AJ, which one are you talking about? Which one are you talking about? Okay, I gotta get you some other comments. Okay, let me see. So Sid Hart is in the house. Will Dogecoin go up?
Dogecoin? I have no idea. I don't play enough in I would bet on cryptocurrency as a whole, but individual coins, no idea.
Okay, and I just said, yes, sir. This belief pulls me back even in my life. It's around, like, pulls me negative. Like, even if I'm talking to someone or anyone, I feel not good about it. Thanks. And then he says, right now, I go to my father's shop and cosmetic shop for 3 to 4 hours, and my brother's shoe factory for 3 to 4 hours, but I want to teach yoga part-time, but I don't know what businesses I wish to do or how to find I love. I mean, maybe what I love.
Well, start inside of what you're like. If you know you already love yoga, start inside of yoga. I would start playing in yoga. I would start going to more yoga classes. I would start thinking about how you can start a business inside of it. See what you enjoy, right? I mean, that's the foundation of successful companies.
Wait.
Huh?
No, go ahead. I gotta talk to Posh when we get done.
Okay. Well, it's like that's it. It's like doing that kind of work. If you love yoga, just do something in yoga. How did Botlane end up here? What's going on, Drew?
So Posh said, "Shit, help me, Zay, and I help you with that. Help me with what, Posh? Talk to me, because whatever it is, okay, I receive that help because I know it's going to be good. So what are you going to help me with? I'm totally lost. Christian wants to know how to overcome social anxiety.
Do you want to dive them? We can probably take them.
I'm trying to
I've got alt and oh wait, maybe not.
I don't know. How to overcome social anxiety?
Yep.
Oh, Drew's going in.
Is that a really big thing? Big deal for a lot of people out there. Social anxiety.
It's huge.
Okay.
You focus in on the fact that you do difficult things, right? So Bonnie says that this gives me anxiety, so I have to do it. You start to train yourself that you take on those kinds of challenges. As a starting point. Huh?
This is from Christian, but you're using Bonnie as an example, right?
Yeah. Bonnie said, this gives me anxiety, so I have to do it.
Right.
Like to start leaning in on it. If you want to overcome it, you have to start leaning in on the difficult things instead of always backing away. As long as you tell yourself the story that I am this and I can never fix it, then you never fix it. So you have to start attacking it. You lean into it. So that's one. And then the other part is you just focus on what your intention is. What's your intention? Is your intention to come in and rip these people off, screw them over? Like, what's your intention? Your intention is something good. Your intention is to strike up a conversation, form a relationship, something. There's a positive intention. Refocus on how you're there to try to help them instead of, not that the intention was ever negative, but the focus is on yourself. Where if you make the focus about them, I'm here to try to help them. I want to, even if all I'm doing is giving them a compliment, I'm here to help them. Make that your intention. So those two things. And then every time you step up and you accept the challenge, you'll get a little bit better.
Okay. I see Posh, she was saying, okay, if you need a testimonial. Thank you, Posh. Yes, I do need testimonials. Let's see if she can help me with that. Okay. There was something else I wanted to do. We got that out the way. And Okay. Morbius says, I'm trying to find a job in Poland, but my language skills aren't that good, and I lack skills. I shouldn't have been procrastinating on learning Polish that much, like 3 years. However, my Polish did improve overall. Okay, good job, Morbius. Great, good job. Um, okay, what's this? Okay, I'm trying to see. I thought I missed somebody. Okay, let me keep going. I've got we got that question. Okay. I think Fire Dog, let me see. We do difficult and scary things. That's right, Christian. Yes. We do difficult and scary things.
Let's go. So, Zan, do we have a list of the things that still need to get done for your business?
Do I have a list? Right now, the only thing that's on my list is getting the testimonials.
Is that all that needs to get done? That's outstanding?
Well, I mean,
think-
like,
I think
Oh,
so.
the story. No, we need to fix the story.
Okay. You mean my personal story on your page or my page?
Your page. Both of them, actually. Both. Yeah. Both.
Gosh.
Both. You know what you should do? You should talk to Alex. I'm going to book a call with you and Alex. Alex is great at that stuff. Uh-oh, don't die, Drew. Oh, nice job, Drew.
Okay, so Fire Dog wants to know what do you think are the best ways to build contacts?
Oh, I tried, Drew. Tried.
all good. Yep.
Oh, that I want to. Okay, Sid asked me a question, and Evan, give me some confirmation on this. So I'm giving him the right answer on this. So Sid wants to know, as Zan, should I read the entire book first and then get in touch with you? What I recommend you do, Sid, is read your who first. Okay, get that out the way. I think that's on like maybe 20. I think it's on like 25 pages. Get the who out the way. Contact me, and so we can start talking about your who, and we can use that as momentum to go into your why. So there's no need to read the whole thing, but I do want you to have so that when we talk about your who, it won't be a foreign concept to you. So get your who out the way, and then we can talk about that. I want you to get your who and your credo out. Just get the whole who section out of the way, which is only the first 52 pages. And then you contact me, and we can review and go over your who and your credo, and then we use that as momentum going into the next step 2, and then we talk about it. Yeah. So, anything, Evan, on that?
Okay, so two things. So that was Sid who was asking?
Yeah.
If
Should we
I-
read the entire book first and then get in contact with me?
Yeah, honestly, I would read the whole book. Like,
Okay.
if you have one shot with somebody to make an impact, and listen, you can always hire Zane and do more work and all that stuff. But to know what questions to ask, really, it's you go through it. What did you struggle the most with in the book? And then that's what you bring to the session. And maybe it's the who, maybe that's what you need the most help with, but maybe it's one of the other 3 sections. But you don't know until you actually go through it. It's not reading the book is pretty simple, guys. I don't like reading books, right? So we designed it to be pretty easy to read. There's thinking that has to happen, but the actual reading the book is not something that's going to take you months to do. So I would go through it, do the exercises, and honestly, the best use of your time with Zane is going over the exercise you had the hardest time with. Like, there's exercises and worksheets that go with the book, right? It's not just a sit down, read a book, get inspired kind of book. Like you have to actually do some thinking.
It's some work. This is definitely a workbook, a purple playbook. It's some work.
The purple playbook. It's going to ask you questions you probably never thought of asking before, right? And so those are hard ones to answer because you've never been asked those questions before. So whichever one you don't know how to answer, that's what you get coaching with. That's what you need the most help with. Oh, I'm dead. This is not looking good, Drew. Yeah,
There's a
that's
whole
what I would do.
schedule.
Unless there's like some urgency on it, like I need to get this done by X. I would go through the whole book, and whatever you're struggling the most with, that's what you ask for help on.
even a whole section said this will be tough because you got to dig deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zan, we also need you need to add it to the list. We need the testimonials, and we need to set you up on a time with Alex to figure out the story. Because I forgot about the testimony. I'm not going to project manage this. You got to project manage this, and you got to give us updates.
Okay.
Because we still have to fix the website and the mobile part of it, and
Wait,
we'll do that. What's that?
The mobile part? What's wrong with the mobile part?
Some of the spacing is not as it could be.
Okay.
It's not major. It's just fine to launch with, but when we launch the testimonials, we'll tweak it.
Okay.
I know the automation. Me and Drew talk about that later.
Okay, great. We'll put that on the list too. Then automation. Oh, sorry, Drew. I didn't give you anything. I waited too long on the page. Sadness.
I had an 86% KP.
We got destroyed in that game. Look at this. Holy cow. Well, we lost. Even though Drew got first blood, we still lost. Sad days. Okay, so automation, testimonials, and connect with Alex.
Yeah. And Posh Notion says, I read it in 2 days, just to give it context. And yes, I agree since, this is it. Yes, I agree since I will have limited time with Zan. It's better that I read the entire book and then contact Zan. And one last one, Renee just showed up and says, good afternoon, hashtag Believe Nation. Evan, what's your thoughts on China in the near future? Elon Musk says that China is way ahead in some areas than America. And that's it.
I have no idea. But
yeah, I mean, no idea.
But in some areas, sure. I mean, that's not much of a statement. China's ahead in some areas. Canada's ahead in some areas, and South Africa's ahead in some areas. I mean, I don't know. I don't pay enough attention to. I don't pay attention to really like where is it going to be in 10 years. It's like where are we now, and how do I have my impact now. But if China takes over, then I've got a Chinese wife, and I'm learning Chinese because we got to make the world believe. Let's go. All right, guys. Well, thank you for the love. Back on tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you there. Continue to believe. Much love, everybody. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, Zan.